Hari Om, Hari Om. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody see me? Hari Om, Hari Om. Can you see me or can everybody hear to listen to me? There is some audio problem. So uh, I think some people are logged in back in. Thank you very much. Can you hear me? I don't know whether I can't see you, so I don't know whether you can see me. You can hear me. Can somebody can give me a call? 571-276-7828 is the number. You can tell I'm okay. Thank you. It's I got a text message from Hari from Frederick that he can hear me loud and clear. Thank you very much. We will start. Thank you. So in this one, what happened? I'll start from all over. Hari Om. Hari Om. Okay, thank you. So in verse 26, in verse 26 we saw such ata chainam nitya jadam nityam vamanya semritam tatapitvam mahabaho naivam sochitum arhasi. So even if you think it is transcend, then don't worry. Bhagavan says if it is eternal, if it's eternal, nothing to worry because it's eternal. And if it's transient, nothing to worry because it's transient. So either way, either transient or eternal, either way, you don't have to worry. Abhyupagamya gam dadu, keeping opponent's view, looking from the other side. Bhagavan all the time was telling from Atma is eternal, nityam sarvagadasthanuhu, achaloyam sanatanaha. That is from all the way from the highest top, he start explaining. In this one, he's looking from the other perspective. If suppose even though it is anitya, then why you worry? Because it's anitya anyway. So all teaching is for us. Whenever we are in sad state, when we are shocking state, then you come out of it. Otherwise, we will be spinning and going through again and again. So worried, what will happen is either you end up in depression or you end up being anger towards the whole thing, the world and the object and the people for the reason. So we think that is our Charvaka philosophy is when we were born, the Atma is born. When we die, Atma is dying. That is a philosophy which Charvaka is maintaining. I told you there is different philosophies in page 162 in this book. It says that different viewpoints of philosophies, schools of thought is shown in drawing and explained. And Krishna's treatment is you smile anyway, doesn't matter. Smile, always smile. And his whole life, he smiled. Even though he is going through difficulties, so many difficulties, he smiled all the time. His theory is weeping is stupidity, sign of stupidity. Smile is sign of wisdom. That's what Gurudev says always. Keep smiling. Sign of wisdom. Even though we are the key internally, if you smile outside, that is being spread around you. When we are born, we know that Atma is not born. Against Charvaka philosophy. Deha is born, not Atma. When you accept this, you will also be relaxed. Mullah Nasruddin, there is a story I have to tell you, Mullah Nasruddin is a comedian character. So he was walking somewhere. Suddenly he felt thirsty. Ah, so it's a full moon night. So somewhere he need water. So he saw a well, and there is also a balti sitting near the well. Oh, this is very nice. Ah, so he looked into the well. He saw what? He saw the full moon. Oh, oh, oh. He thought somebody has put the moon inside the well. So he took the bucket, put inside the water, and he got the moon up. He assumed that he got the moon. He pulled the bucket. Ah, he started emptying slowly, bucket after bucket. It did not come out. Every time he carried the bucket, he made sure that the moon was inside the bucket. But he poured down, then it was gone. What this joke says that is he is thinking that thing pratibimba is the real. Similarly, we take the body as real and we behave accordingly. Huh? So then what happened? He finally got tired. Then he fell down because his pen got stuck somewhere. And when he fell down, what happened? He looked up. Oh, moon is there only. So he was happy. Mm. All the struggling which I did was for nothing. Similarly, all the struggling we think in the entire life, thinking that this is the body, we think, oh, it was all a waste, just like the dream. And that is Vedanta. We'll go to that later when it comes, but it does not come in now. Ah. So, stories and jokes and antidotes and everything is Bhagwan's. Ah, it's to understand the concept for us, listener. Arjuna, you are sorrowful. He addresses him as Mahabaho. In certain cases, he addresses Mahabaho. Mahabaho, he can face any challenges. Hmm. Short time, long time, everything doesn't matter. Dukkha. So, dukkha, Arjuna, do not grieve. In some, and it was told in our Vedanta class, while explaining, I think this stoka or some other sloga. There is professionals, some places, I don't know. I heard is professionals invited for somebody dying for crying purposes. Paid cries in some houses. It's strange to me. They are called, this troop is called Rudalis. They pay money to cry. They cry, they come and sit and cry for you. They beat their chest, all these things. They scream and cry for 200 rupees or whatever. Then after some time, they will stop. Khatam ho gaya? Because money finished. Then again you show 500. Then again they will cry. What is this? See, crying is you are expressing your grief, right? This is personal. Some have more, some have less. There are men who cry more worse than women. Generally it is known as women will cry more. Generally it is said like that. But in some cases, it is emotional expression. So there are some men who cry more than women, doesn't matter. But some people express, some people don't express. Some people doesn't mean that they don't have sorrow. They can control in some way. Some men cannot control. Some women cannot control. So they express it. Sorrow will depend upon the person internal relationship with the person who departed, isn't it? So it may not be blood relative. It may not necessarily blood relation. It can be a friend, can be a relative, can be classmate, friend, colleague, anybody. That internal relation with that person shows that intimacy, and the grief come out automatically. So that is a way to express their grief emotion. And in Banaras, that where these bodies are, that is called Manikarnika Ghat. One after another body coming every time, because it is a daily thing for the, the people who bury the body. You wonder who this body is. Huh? If you think that, if you came to know that this body is from that same village from where I was born, then you say you're interested. Knowing that who it is. Otherwise, no, because in this continuous coming of this body, they don't feel anything. That it is becomes a profession for him. You sit there and watch this. The- I'll tell you, if you visit any smashan ghat or body burial place or whatever, not related to you, when you go there, when you have nothing to do, extremely free, that time you go, you feel vairagya. You will feel vairagya right there, because you start thinking what is happening. This COVID-19 in somewhere in New York, they show somewhere the body, there was unaccounted bodies. What to do? No, no people to accompany them, 15 or 20 or 25. They just bury mass together. Think about it. You get vairagya, right? Those who are associated with the person who departed, you feel. Because death is something serious, because that person died. Other people, they say, who are in the transactional world, who go into office or working or business, nothing happening, nothing disturbs them. They are fine. They are doing their own routine. We wonder why, how he, because he is not related. He doesn't know that so many died also. 7.8 billion people in this world. Huh? So many died. Who cares who died? So death is something, when it comes to us, which is personal, which is intimacy. But Bhagavan says here that even if you think this is transcend, Arjuna, don't grieve. If it is eternal, don't grieve. Why? It is eternal. And I and you will grieve. For how long you will grieve? Because you have to do other things in the life. You will stop and think and preserve. The absence will make a difference in creation. So you think your own life, your absence or presence will create a difference in this world? No. This world will run exactly as it, even better without you. You will be surprised to know this. So nothing else is important. The fact of life, if you start thinking, even if you think for a minute, you generate vairagya from this world immediately. I can guarantee you that. So in any case, Krishna says, nothing to worry. Nat tvam so chitumarhasi. The contractor who has taken contract for the continuous birth and death of this people in this world, they will take care. So many people died because we are over with excitement, with sorrow. We say being born and being dead. Hetu is given in 26. Hetu for 26 given in 27. 27 we did not start yet. We will chant. The next sloka is for yoga, from Yoga Vasishta. Rama's observation in the first chapter of Yoga Vasishta is in 27. We will chant 27. There is a beautiful thing in this 27. Ah. जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्युः ध्रुवं जन्ममृतस्य च तस्मात् अपरिहार्येऽर्थे न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि. I'll chant one more time because it is important sloga. जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्युः ध्रुवं जन्ममृतस्य च तस्मात् अपरिहार्येऽर्थे न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि. जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्युः. Mrityu person, he meaning verily indeed. Dhruvam meaning certain. Is certain death is for the born. That is Dhruvam Janma Mritachasa. For the dead person, birth is definite. And certain birth is for the dead. Therefore, very important. Apariharyarte. Jayati cha gachati jagat. Jagat word came from Jayati iti gachati. This is going and coming and going and coming. It's actually in as per Vedanta, this is an illusion. This is an illusion, will not digest to us. We will not comprehend it. We will not understand it at this point. But you will reach a stage, but you will understand this sentence. A little grosser argument is given here. You are desperate, not thinking properly. If you carefully analyze, you'll come to know that there's no justification being desperate about the present situation. Jadasya dhruva mrityu, those born, it indeed dhruvaha, nishchidaha, unavoidable. What? That mrityu must die. Whatever is born will die. We know that. But I don't want to die. That is a general feeling. Wow. Gurudev says, if you don't want to die, you made a mistake. Why? You should not have been born. Oh, that is not my hand. Now, having born, already we are here, you cannot escape. Birth and death are two sides of the same coin. It comes as a package. See, many people are asking this intelligent question. They say, oh, this is, let me ask the intelligent question. How this all started? It's avidya. Avidya is anadi. Time immemorial. All this going back and digging in why and why. I will tell you one thing. There is no use of digging the past. Why? Past is over. Gurudev all the time says, do what is needed. So anyway, we are here as human being. I hope everybody is human being and thinking. So in this, start analysis from now, from where we are. And that is intelligent approach. Not knowing the past, how is anadi, how is maya anadi, how is avidya anadi, all this. Veda says this is anadi. It's a period. Stop there. Don't dig further. Okay. Now going forward, how can I get out of here? That is a question. That every moment, every day, take the measures for that getting this liberated from mumutsutam. That you should generate. But Swamiji, question is, I am born, of course, but I still don't want to die. Oh, that's another. Majority have this feeling. Don't want to die. Because we don't know what is other side when we die. You can't escape this death. Change is inevitable. This already told in the previous slokas. Change is inevitable. It will come. It has been explained everything. The substratum does not go. Nitya Sarvagata Sthanu Achaloyam Sanatana about Atma clearly explained in the past. Must die. Today or tomorrow you should die. Jata se dhruva mrityur. You did not die as a child. Why? Lord said, Abhi tera time nahi hua hai. Because you have experiences together. Ah. So this will not happen. In this, it is not happening. And here he says that Dhruvam Janma Mritasya. But why those people who is born? Because this is through Pratyaksha Pramana. Mritasya Dhruvam Janmaha. This is not through Pratyaksha Pramana. This is Yoga Vasishta. This sloka is basically came from Yoga Vasishta. Jayate Mriyate Lokaha Mriyate Jananyachaha. I see death of someone, it will be born again. How do I know? For that Shastra Pramana is there. Agama Pramana is there. But then the ocean will not have, see this ocean and waves and gold and ornaments and mud and pots and all these examples, every time you will find in Vedanta, one or other example will come. Do not cling on the example. Example is only to get that concept what is being told. When the concept is being told is understood, you throw that uh, out, example out. So in here it says that tasmat. I told you there is a key word, apariharyarte. What is aparihara? What is law of the universe? This aparihara. Fire will burn. You know that. You cannot avoid. Anywhere, anytime you touch, it will burn. And that is aparihara. And this process is like that. That which born, you have, there is no freedom, but you have the freedom to act before death, whatever way you feel like. And you can say, I don't believe in gravity, gravitational force. So, well, you don't believe. Oh, Vijay Kumarji, if you drop something, it falls. That is gravity. No. That is effect of gravity. I want to see gravity. You can never see gravity. You can only see the effect. You can experience the effect, but gravity you cannot see. Yesterday there was a video. Sun, Earth, and the whole solar system are being held with the gravitational force of each other. How, where the force is exerting. Nobody knows certain things in science. They can have calculations, they can have equations, everything can be laid down, but that equations and calculations based on what I already have. They don't know why it is there in the first place. There is a story, Gurudev says, which I will tell later sometime. Okay, now let us see aparihara. As a childhood, we were told aparihara. Parihara, what is the meaning of parihara? 4 common meanings I'll tell you. Remedy, mitigation, workaround, or solution. These 4 meanings in English. You can use 4 these words can be used. What is that? Remedy, mitigation, workaround, or solution. This parihara. Can be used as solution, workaround, or mitigation. But from childhood, youth, remember 8 or 10 years old, you're going with mother or somebody, your brother, sister, or friends to temple. You're visiting temple. You don't know what You know what Bhagwan is? Hmm? And we were told stories of Bhagwan, Krishna Rama stories we heard from the childhood. And they told there is nothing Bhagwan cannot do. We were born up with that perspective, isn't it? Yes or no? Yes. I was, at least. Hmm. Bhagwan can do anything. There is nothing Bhagwan cannot do. Oh, Bhagwan came Narasimha, to fulfill that word which is given to any shape or size of anything. Here, this is Bhagwan Krishna's words. Tasmat aparihare. Aparihara meaning no remedy, no mitigation, no workaround, no solution. Huh? That is not what we heard from the childhood. We thought Bhagwan can do something. Huh? Here he says he cannot do. ऐसा कैसा हो सकता है? This is against my belief. Huh? Okay. Aparihara, no solution. Arjuna, understand there is no solution, no workaround, no mitigation, no remedy. But we thought Bhagwan can do. Krishna is Bhagwan. He can do so many things, even which impossible for man. We know impossible for gods. Anything he can do. But here he says, Arjuna, aparihara. How he says, how is that contradiction? Think about it. Hmm? Bhagavan, that supreme reality in you, in him, in everybody, in me and everybody, that is telling. Bhagavan told aparihara in some cases, in the stories. We know that. Eh? People went to Brahma, people went to Vishnu. We know that some stories are there. He said, he cannot do. How he said he cannot do? He is God. He should do. Right? No, not in this case. Those who are born must die. And those who are dead will be born. There is no, he says, tasmat apariharyat. No parihara for this one. Let it God come, let Brahman come, let anybody come, nothing be done. It is given. That's what. Here, parihara cannot be. Bhagavan showed this as an example. Bhagavan himself died. People don't know Lord Krishna died. Krishna also died. Yes. With arrow? No, not with arrow. Of course, with arrow. But he was alone, resting in the branch of a tree. And he was just laying down. And a hunter came, shoot from far away. He looked at it. How it happened? Krishna was laying on a branch which was slant like this, and his legs was crossed. His legs, the bottom portion of the leg is pink, rose color. And it was like this. And he was swinging that. This reminds hunter of a bird. This bottom portion, clearly, it is a bird. And he shot the arrow. Then he realized it is Bhagavan Krishna. He almost fainted. There is a samvada of hunter and Lord Krishna. And he says, don't worry. It is said that hunter is in previous Janma, Rama avatar, in Treta Yuga was Bali, because Bhagavan shot the arrow hiding behind a tree. That's how Bali died. And this is the Bali, the hunter in this Janma was, I don't know. But this is said that. Anyway, that is the story. But here he says aparihara. So tasmat, therefore, Brahmaji not change the rule. Because Brahmaji cannot change the rule. Those who are born must die. He is bound. Vasishtaji said this to Ramchandraji. Same sloka. I think second or first volume or second volume of Yoga Vasishta. 6 chapters are there in Yoga Vasishta. And this was in 5th chapter, I think. Yeah, 5th chapter. It says that you are there all the time. All are the combinations of gross body and subtle body. This was Nachiketa's first question. Kata Upanishad. Eh? Asti tege egam asti iti ched. Other than Deha, Indriya, Mana, Buddhi, is there anything else? What leaves the body? He is asking Yama, Lord Yama. Same question. And here he says, Nattam sojitu marhasi. Why you worried, Arjuna? For an intelligent person, there is no place to worry. People come and go. This world will be full. Beltway 495, you are familiar with, is it? There were people on the Beltway when you entered, yes or no? There were so many cars there. And there will be people in the Beltway when you exit. Then you wonder where they are going. Who knows where they are going? They are continuously going. So this world will be full of people anytime. You don't have to worry what will happen after matter. Probably it will run better. Gurudev says, maybe it is better than your absence. It could be. It shows our insignificance. Our duty in this world as we are embodied beings is to understand what life is, what is the methods to get out from this birth life, death life cycle. Each moment, think of it. Those who are not in this line thinking, some people are naive. There are some friends. Oh, Vijay Kumar, oh, you are into Gita and all things. Kya ho gaya tere ko? What happened to you? As if something bad happened to me. I started teaching about 33 years ago. They asked that time itself, अरे क्या हो गया तेरे को? सब ठीक है ना? They think something wrong happened to me. And that's why I turned into Gita. They don't know it is samskaras. It is vasanas. It will take some time for me, actually more time than this sloka explaining to you. More time take for him, I to explain to him vasanas, what is vasanas and samskaras. So it will take more time for me to explain to him. So I said, nothing happened, finished, keep quiet, but there. So connecting this sloka, Shankara says, neither is it proper to grieve over beings which are more in combination of material causes and effects. The previous sloka 27 is connecting with 28. What is 28? Let us chant that. Avyaktadini bhutani vyaktamadhyani bharata avyaktanithananyeva tatra ka paridevana. Avyakta dini bhutani. Bhutani is avyakta state. Avyakta is unmanifest. I have to explain what is unmanifest. Vyaktam adhyani bharata. In the madhya, it is vyaktam. What is Vyaktam? In the center. Beings are experienced to be unmanifest in the beginning. Unmanifest, manifest, unmanifest. Again, at the end, unmanifest. What is there to grieve about? Krishna is telling another theory to Arjuna. What he says, Arjuna, listen this. You are Avyakta first. Vyakta here. Now I can see you and hear. He knows the ultimate also. Now he is telling from others' viewpoint. And again, Avyakta. Again unmanifest. So this only this Madhya period and a center period I can see you. Then why you worry? Tattara paridevana. What is the use of grieving? Bhayam Veda Vidyayam Rataha. You are engaged in Brahma Vidya, Upanishad. That is why he is telling from the highest reality point, Atma, he started explanation. Avyaktadini Bhutani, unmanifest. Vyaktamadhyani Bhar. Karya Karana Sankhada. Sankhada meaning assembly. Karya Karana means cause and effect. We know that. So cause and effect assembly is this body. This body is nothing but combination of Panchamahabhutas. And it is avyakta, meaning unmanifest for some time. You ask, what is the manifestation date? Meaning, what is your birthday? From now on, you ask, what is your manifestation date? Revised way of asking, when is your birthday? Don't take seriously, just so, like Rajju Sarpa. When the Sarpa is born, Vyaktamadhyani, for some time. Now, what are you doing to do about Sarpa? Sarpa will not go. Why? You are seeing Sarpa. Unmanifest to manifest, and now gone. It is only Namarupa. Bhagwan says that this is only Namarupa. Have the same thing. Ghada appears to be Ghada only for utility's sake, we call it Dagada. Otherwise, it is mud only. Understand the substance, understand the essence of everything, and that is Viveka. Viveka is nothing but understanding the Faltu world and what is its substratum. Vacha Rampanam Vikaro Namade. How we know we heard this, learned this before. What is meaning? Vacharampanam Vikaro Namadaya. Because this Namadaya is nothing but, Mithya. What is there to grieve? What is there to cry about? I like to grieve. Swamiji, I like to cry. Okay. Swamiji says, all the best. Keep on crying. Continue. From verse 11 to verse 25. Verse 11 to 25. Yeah, 11 to 25. Bhagavan talks about Atma. The one who understands Atma. Atma is what? Akarta abhokta. Non-doer, non-enjoyer of this. Don't have room for Soka. Atma is Nitya. 26 and 27 said that Atma is Anitya. From the other viewpoint. Lord Krishna is explaining. Ata chainam nityajadam nityam va manyase mritam. Even you think it is daily born and daily dying. Nattum sojitumarazi doesn't deserve to be grieved. Jadasya dhruvo mrityur. This Jadasya dhruvo mrityur is one of the slokas they quote when people die. People ask Vijay Kumarji, so and so has died, death in the family. Which verses are important? So in chapter 2, one of the sloka is Jadasya dhruvo mrityur. Then Vasamsa jirnaya. So there are particular slokas which say specially about death. This Karya Karana Sankhada. Therefore, Bhagavan says nothing to worry. The unmanifest, manifest. And Gurudev says a very good example. I'll tell you. 100 years ago, where were you? 100 years ago, I mean, what is there? I was not here. You are talking something which is beyond my, you know, Yadni. I mean, we are not there. Oh, not here, of course. Yes, that's correct. You are unmanifest. Yes, unmanifest. Now you are here. Yes, I am here. Now I can see you. You can see me. Yes, I am talking to you. You are listening. I hope you are listening. Ah, I cannot guarantee because the mind must have walked out in between somewhere. you know. So here you are manifest. Okay, very good. 100 years from now, this is what? 2020, 21, 20, 21, 20 is 100 years? I think so, yeah. 100 years from now, where you will be? Oh, who knows? We don't know. You'll be unmanifest. That is what he is talking in this sloka. Unmanifest, manifest, unmanifest again. Uh, So this like a arrow shot from the darkness. Some philosophers have quoted this as arrow shot from dark. Arrow shot coming through the stream of light. It is lit and it is going back to darkness again, not visible. Uh, so now we are here, of course, but earlier you were not manifest. You cannot say that you are not there because nothing can come from nothing. Something has to be there. The cause and effect theory is that nothing can come from nothing. It has to be something. There has to be but unmanifest. Not visible for perception, for transactional reality is not there. Equipment. And Eckhart Tolle, Power of Now, he says that nowhere, there is a word nowhere. Yeah. The spelling is Nowhere. Nowhere. Yeah. Nowhere, you write nowhere. And here, now here. Move the W near no. NOW. Now. HERE here. Oh, now here. And again, after some time, what happened? Nowhere. NOWHERE together. Nowhere, now here, nowhere. That's what he says. Wayne Dyer, Wayne Dyer uses the same method, explaining the present. Unmanifest going back to unmanifest again. Is there anybody afraid of going back home? Hmm? Maybe some who has issues and concerns and worries and problems. But in general, we are happy to go home. Whenever we go on vacation, before Corona time, now there is no vacation. Now vacation is home only. Ev- Every time, because 24 hours you are tied into this home only. So to get a break, before Corona time, you used to go vacation, fine, 2 3 days, 1 week, 2 week, whatever. Then finally, you are eager. You're eager for what? Eager to get back home, where we are really are. It'll be so nice. Our own home. There is no better place. And that is what makes us happy. Our own happy state is Paramananda Satchidananda Swarupa. That Atman we are, that Brahman we are, and that gives us solace. Free from this vicissitudes of life, worries and tensions and problems and situations, everything, there is nothing to worry. This COVID 19, nothing to worry. It will be over. It has to be over one day, isn't it? We have to have a real faith that it will be over. That faith, if is there, there is nothing to worry. That's why it's Nattam Sochitu Parahasi. Bhagavan says, hmm, here they are not available for transaction state in Avyakta. That's what it is. And we will stop here. Though we started late because of some technical difficulties, I apologize. And thanks for the feedback you gave me, that hearing, not hearing, loud and clear, whatever. It helps me a lot to set. Probably this will be resolved in the next class. We will conclude here. Now, the concluding mantra I've been telling you, let this be a meditation. Meaning, what you do in meditation, apply that technique here while chanting concluding mantra. The mantra can be of Bhagavan. Mantra can be a way to tell Bhagavan, oh Bhagavan, thank you. I spent 1 hour listening to your slokas, and I'm thankful to you for that. Give me more and more opportunities to listen to such satsangs. That should be your bhava when you are doing concluding mantra. Om. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम हरि ओम and thank you very much and remember Gurudev's words. Huh? In Gurudev's words, what he says, keep smiling. That keep that in mind. Any situation, anything happens, it is not happening to me. Even though you are going through that, think his words, keep smiling all the time. He says, keep smiling for me. So at least you will smile for him. Okay. Thank you and Hari Om. Thanks.